Pass the balls all the way
Turn your
down.
resume into the Nickelodeon.
8, 7, 6, 5,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
That's right, folks. It's time for another episode of 30 Years Ago this month. Welcome to 2023, everyone, which I guess that means that this would be season 2 of 30 Years Ago this month. We're going to be talking about all of the awesome shit that I feel like talking about that happened throughout the year of 1993, month by month. For those of you who were with me last year, just going to be more of the same shit. Same shit, different year. For those of you who are new, welcome. And I hope you enjoy this series. Each month we're going to be discussing what I think is the most important entertainment-related things from each month 30 years ago in 1993, especially the things that were important to me even back in the day when I was a 15-year-old kid. I mean, come on. 15-year-olds don't know shit. But hey, you know what? I had pretty damn good taste back then. And some would say still now. But unfortunately, the month of January 1993 is actually a pretty light month. Not a whole lot to talk about. But you know what? We're going to work with what we have and we're going to make the best of it. So normally I talk about music news. Were there any noteworthy stories that happened this month 30 years ago? And the answer to that question this month is nope, nothing really. Which brings us to the music charts in January of 1993. Now, this first month isn't going to be that interesting because the album that was number one at the end of 1992 is still the number one album at the beginning of 1993 and is the number one album for 2 entire months, and that is the Bodyguard soundtrack, featuring Whitney Houston and others, mostly Whitney Houston, and it was a massive success. At this point, over here in 2023, it has sold 45 million copies, making it the biggest selling soundtrack of all time. And when it comes to the number one song in America on the Billboard Hot 100, that also did not change. So I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I thought we would actually look at the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 just as we crossed over into January of 1993. Here's the top 10 for the first week of January 1993. Coming in at number 10, Mary J. Blige with Real Love. I'm searching for a real love. Then at number 9, we have T-Boz, Left Eye, Chili, The Fabulous TLC with What About Your Friends? Then at number 8, we have Mr. Bobby Brown with the song Good Enough, which apparently was not good enough for me to remember past that year. Then coming in at number 7, we have Shanice, with Saving Forever for You, which apparently was from the television show 90210, which I did not watch, therefore I do not know this song. Oh, then at number 6, PM Dawn with I Die Without You. Is it my turn to wish you were like me? Oh man, that song, woo! That's a good one. All right, number 5, we have Snap with Rhythm as a Dancer. And then coming in at number 4, it's Boys to Men, the boys/men that just won't leave the charts with their cover song of In the Still of the Night, an oldie from back in the day that apparently was included in the miniseries The Jacksons and American Dream. I don't even know if I ever saw that. Then at number 3, man, we've got Shy with And If I Ever Fall in Love Again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend. Okay, sorry guys. Number 2, Rex and Effect with Rump Shaker. All I wanna do is zoom, zoom, and a boom, boom. Just shake your rump. That's right. And then, of course, coming in at number 1, Whitney Houston with I Will Always Love You. Now let's move over and look at what was happening in the theaters in the US. The number 1 movie for the first week of January 1993 was the Disney movie Aladdin, which, I mean, I haven't seen in years, but it's not really, I I'm not one of those adults that still watches Disney movies unless my daughter wants to watch it, which is pretty rare. But this one had Robin Williams, and I remember liking it back in the day. So rest in peace, Mr. Robin Williams, a huge loss in the entertainment community and just in life in general. The dude fucking ruled. But then for some reason, that movie dropped down to number 2. And then for the second week of January, the number 1 movie from last month all of a sudden came back in just for one more week. And that was A Few Good Men with Tom Cruise and other people. And then for the last 2 weeks of January, all of a sudden Aladdin just jumps back in. The viewing public was just like, fuck this courtroom shit. We want more genies. And now that brings us to what is usually the big meaty part of the episode. And that is when I talk about the albums that were released in whatever month we're talking about. But this month, there's really only one album I even wanted to talk about. And I don't even have it on vinyl. January 19th, 1993 saw the release of The Erosion of Sanity, the second album from Canadian death metal band Gorguts, who are now more technical death metal. Back in the day, nobody said those words, they just said death metal. I guess you could say their first couple albums do have some technical things going on, but they would get a little more adventurous with their later stuff. But the first 2 Gorguts albums are classic early 90s death metal, and The Erosion of Sanity is no different. Absolute fucking classic that came out in January of 1993. And I even went and double checked all of my stuff, and Wikipedia all over the place. There has to be something else noteworthy that came out in January of 1993. And we could talk about the album 12 Inches of Snow from Snow, the rapper Snow. You remember him? His song Informer? In fact, you know what? Just for shits and giggles, as an added bonus for all of you out there, just to celebrate the release of 12 Inches of Snow by Snow, we're going to read from the lyrics of the classic hip-hop masterpiece, Informer. Informer. You know, say daddy me snow, me I go blame. A licky boom boom down. Detective man a say daddy me snow, me stab someone down the lane. A licky boom boom down. Over 1 million copies sold. So unfortunately, that's it. That's all I got for January of 1993. But hey, we're just getting started here. We've got 11 more months to go of this year. And yes, I will be here every month. In case you were wondering, don't worry. I'm not going to let a month slip by. I'm a professional. Anyway, so yes, I will see you guys again next month for February 1993. But until then, go check out some of my other shit. It's Old Head 2023. All sorts of cool shit. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again next month.